I'd say with academically, they've done a great job with all the lectures.
Everyone, disclaimer, don't get distracted by social media.
Maybe find them on Instagram and then deactivate Instagram.
Good one.
So I'd say probably practice with the videos that academically is giving and then have your own notes.
Should people go with live course or crash course? I hope you say live.
Academically itself gives a great set of records. They have a lot of questions with that. And if not, you could probably find a million other groups where you could find records that's left to the. And time management goes a long way because you get carried away during the exam and you don't know how much time you have left. So time management also is very important.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Dr. Snigdha Sharma, Academic Head for Medical Courses from Academically. Today is 5th of December, and AMC's last exam session for 2025, November's result came out today. With us, we have Dr. Abhinav, who is, you can just look at him beaming with that smile and know that he cleared the exam. So, congratulations, Dr. Abhinav.
Thank you so much, doctor. I really appreciate it.
So, how was the journey and how are you celebrating this day?
Well, if I had to start with saying where my journey started with, I initially was not sure if I really wanted to do AMC as a journey for
Mm,
my future plans. I was sure that I did want to leave India at some point in time, but I was not sure where.
mm,
I was looking into PLAB, I was looking into the USMLE, I was looking into all the options. And like everybody mentioned, Instagram is where I found you guys. And I was scrolling, I was doom scrolling, and I ended up finding probably one of the most important things in my life. And I did find you guys, and I think I saw one of Dr. Akram's video of him
mm,
mentioning how he could help us get through the journey and get us to where we wanted to go. And yeah, and that's where I reached out to, I think, Mr. Mayank, who was
mm.
very helpful with me into getting into touch with Miss Bharti, who very helpful from there on, and then all the staff and faculty. Yeah. So that's where I started off my journey with, and yeah, I'm grateful that I found you guys.
We are grateful you joined us. So, how, like, were you attending live lectures or how was it for you, the preparation?
Doctor, I started off my journey in I think October of 2024. Oh,
Mhm.
that's when I decided to take the exam. But because of my internship and my hectic schedule, I couldn't really focus on my classes on a day-to-day basis. So what I used to do is used to try to attend my live lectures
Good.
initially, but because of my hectic schedule with emergency medicine and everything, I couldn't. So I told myself I'll give myself 4 months. So I started my prop, I'd say from June of 2024. When I started my prep from June and I started listening to the recorded videos. And I used to make notes of the videos and I used to make my own notes. And that's where I started. And yeah, and I took my exam in November of 13th November 2025.
We have a lot of people who took exam on the 13th of November this time.
Yeah.
I have interviewed them today.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
So,
thought that's a sweet spot.
well, probably middle of the week.
Every- Yeah.
So, during the preparatory phase, which part do you think is something that's really important and students don't focus on but should focus on?
I'd say with academically, they've done a great job with all the lectures, the staff, and I have to really mention a few staff. Dr. Swapnil has done an amazing job. Dr. Amit has done an amazing job. Dr. Zera. I used to rush back from work just to listen to their classes. It used to be very. I used to make notes with everything they used to say, and then used to make notes because Dr. Zera used to be very particular about making notes, and I used to try and make notes and keep up with the class in a way where I could probably revise it at the end of the year, or I mean end of the session, so that I have an idea of where I'm getting to with the exam. And yeah, with my preparation, I'd say anything a solid dedication of an average about 6 to 7 hours a day is what I'd put, probably more by the end of
Mm,
the months during the exam phase 10, 11.
mm,
I and yeah, if it depends from person to person, right? Each person has a way of approaching it, and I tried to make sure that I was not distracted by, say, Instagram or any of the social media apps. Yeah, those are very distracting. So I try to keep myself not so distracted by that.
Okay, that's good to hear. So everyone, disclaimer: don't get distracted by social media.
Maybe find them on Instagram and then deactivate Instagram.
Good one. But nevertheless, MCQs, as we say, plays a great role while you're preparing for this exam. So how did you target practicing MCQs every day with your work schedule?
Yeah, so it with our Indian Medical Board, we are used to writing a lot of long essays, 10-mark questions. We don't really know how to approach the MCQ version or how to go and with Australia, there are like five questions, I mean five options out of which one is the right answer.
Mm,
So you could narrow it down to two. Maybe if you know the topic well, you could narrow it down to two, but the last two is where you have a problem with deciding is
true,
whether if
true.
this is it or this is wrong. So I'd say probably practice with the videos that Academically is giving, and then have your own notes. Make a detailed version of your notes, and then have a last folder where you go through, say before 1 week before the exam. And I cannot emphasize how important recalls are because I think this is my first time writing the exam, but
Mhm.
what I noticed is they don't tend to repeat the same questions,
True.
but there is a pattern that they're trying to check. There
Yes.
are important questions that they're trying to check. And I realized that, and I did a lot of recalls, a couple of months of recalls. And I think Academically itself gives a great set of recalls. They have a lot of questions with that. And if not, you could probably find a million other groups where you could find recalls that's left to the audience or whoever is trying to write the exam.
True.
But yeah, recalls will take you a long way. And I think nobody should ignore recalls. And maybe having a study partner, shout out to mine, she helped me a lot. And yeah, you need a group where you probably discuss your questions and your answers, and maybe each one has a different input to give, and each one has a different
True.
answer they're looking
True.
at.
True.
So that all gives you an idea of about a topic that you're trying to discuss. So I think that's
Yes.
very important.
Having a study group is a major, it
It
plays
is.
a major role. So my one last question, that might be, should people go with live course or crash course? I hope you say live.
No, that depends. That's individual.
True.
That's individual purposes. To be honest, if you have the time, and if you say you have finished with your internship and you have planning to take a year off or a couple of months off, then yes, go for the live classes. It's more interactive. You could ask questions. You could have a detailed session with the teachers. But say you don't have the time and you're in a rush and you're trying to give the exam soon, then a crash course also should be fine. But that's individual preference at the end of the day. But I'd say, yeah, live classes could be preferable if you are trying to crack the exam in a short time frame.
Okay. So I got a lot of information from you, how you enjoy doing the sessions with Dr. Zara, Dr. Swapnil, taking notes, which for everyone, crash or live, irrespective, it is very important to have your own notes at the end of the day to go through. No academy, no study partner will help you at the last moment, no recalls, but only your own handwritten notes.
110%. I would agree with that because at the end of the day, you have so much information with you. It's left to you how you concise that and how you make that into a way that you could remember for the exam and carry forward and have an idea about how you utilize it at the day of the exam. But how much ever you've studied, the whole how many ever months you're putting at
Mm,
that day of the exam, that mind and that it's very important. You could get anxious, you could probably forget everything that you've studied. A calm state of mind is probably what helps you a lot probably in the exam.
true, true. I have been telling everyone in the open forums and the grand test discussions that
And
you
thank you, ma'am, for helping me. The last couple of sessions with you where I had a conversation, one to one with the whole batch, helped us to stay calm, stay grounded and focused the last couple of days. And that helped me a lot as well. Thank you.
somewhere the anxiety is, I think, the that gap that's filling up, that 1 mark here and 1 mark there, somewhere it's the anxiety. Everyone knows the topics. It's just how calm you are in the last day, on the day of
And
the
it's that timer that's ticking in the side that's giving you a
so
constant reminder how much time you have. And time management goes a long way because you get carried away during the exam and you don't know how much time you have left. So time management also is very important.
true, true, true. So I love this conversation with you, Dr. Abhinav, and thank you for so many insights.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you
And
so much.
congratulations once again.
Thank you again. That means a lot. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for helping me through my journey. And it wouldn't be possible with you guys.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Abhinav.